there everyone, it's Meg, and today I have a video that's different than what I would normally post on my beauty channel. I'm going to do a video on Pretty Little Liars, specifically the episode that aired this week, which was Pretty Isn't Always the Point, and it's episode 20, I believe, in season 5. There are 4 episodes left in the season, and basically we're promised that we're gonna know something about A. First it was we're gonna know who A is for sure. Then it got changed to we're just gonna know if A is a boy or girl, and then Keegan Allen was dropping all these hints like it's gonna be heartbreakingly beautiful, it's gonna be really obvious who A was, and you'll be able to go back and watch the entire series and see how they've been able to function in both worlds, and it will make complete sense. So that's like a lot to think about and a lot of excitement, but it also kind of knocks out a lot of theories that people have. Like I know for the longest time people were set on Melissa, Ren, Jenna, and Lucas all being A, and they kind of fell off the bandwagon, so I think it's safe to say it's not any of them. And also Jason, I don't know, Jason's been like in and out, but I feel like he's more of a side character. I definitely think it's going to be one of the main characters for sure who is revealed as A. So basically this episode, there's a few key things that I wanted to point out because I actually used to enjoy filming these videos, and I do have a few on my vlog channel. However, the past like season and a half, like seasons 4 and 5, have been like so dull, I guess, like boring, not that great. Like I understand that they're signed on for 7 seasons, so they need to drag it out, but I just feel like I'm just so frustrated with them not really giving us any answers and like filling the episodes with these bullshit storylines of like these new love interests, like Johnny, like what's the point of him? There's no point of him. Talia, there's no point of her. Andrew, there might be a point with him, but it's just like all the stuff that they're using for filler in their episodes, and it's frustrating because they keep bringing in new characters that aren't relevant to anything. And they made such a big deal about this like Leslie character that was Mona's BFF, and she was in 1 episode, and they all keep saying like she plays such a huge part, and maybe we haven't gotten there yet, but it's just really frustrating to get all these new characters in, and it's just a lot to keep track of, to be honest. So I just kind of wish that they would be more direct with it. But anyways, let's jump into the episode. I do have a few things that I thought were strange and interesting in the episode that I wanted to comment on. So one of the first things we see in the episode are the girls ransacking Mike's room because they think that he's A or helping A, and he has their blood and was giving their blood to A. And they find like a necklace in his gym bag. I thought it was a Braille necklace, but going back, I guess it's like a Morse code necklace, and it says "I'm with you" is the translation on it. And the first person that popped in my head was Jenna, because I'm just like, why would you have a necklace with a secret message on it like that if it's like not for Jenna? And I was really surprised that Spencer didn't bring that up. They kind of just brushed it off like, oh, it must be for Mona. But to me, like, I feel like Mike got that necklace for somebody to show his loyalty to them. And to me, Jenna would only make sense, but I don't know if they're going to bring her back into the series like ever again. So I don't know if that probably doesn't even mean anything. It probably is like a throwaway thing, but it's just something that caught my eye. Basically, another topic at hand is Toby, and he's a cop now, and everyone thinks that he's just going to screw the girls over. I think that he's still a good guy. At least like being a cop, he's a good guy. I feel like he's still going to try to help the girls out and give them heads up on things. However, a lot of the people on the force are suspicious of him since he is friends with all the girls. So I feel like he's trying to keep a low profile and kind of distance himself from them. Although I feel like he could have at least given Spencer a heads up and said like, I need to keep my distance from you for a while, instead of just acting like kind of douchey about it. But I think that's what the case is, and he really is trying to protect them because he easily could have arrested Spencer when he arrested Johnny, and instead he gave her like 5 chances to go and leave, but that girl just kept like blabbing her mouth and arguing and whining because she's all into her little rebellion phase, which is another boring storyline in my opinion. Andrew, I brought him up as being a possible throwaway, but I believe he wasn't he the guy that was helping Spencer a couple seasons ago with the debate team? And he was kind of like all up on Spencer, and now I feel like he's obsessed with Arya. Like maybe he's obsessed with all the girls because he pretty much is blackmailing her into hanging out with him by saying, I'll tell on you that you were cheating if you don't do what I say. But then I also find it interesting on the flip side that he's like so quick and easy to like do whatever the girls want. They're like, oh, go follow Mike, he's being shady, and he's like, okay, I'm on it. And he's just like always around. So I feel like there's some really weird obsessive thing going on with Andrew, and I think that that could lead to somewhat of an interesting storyline, but we will see. So basically Hannah needs money to go to a good school because now she decides she cares about college because she wants to get the hell out of Rosewood like everybody else. And her dad is giving most of his college fund money to Kate. So essentially Hannah's broke, she can't afford to go into the college that she wants. So she needs to find a way to get money. So she's entering a beauty pageant where she can win a $20,000 scholarship. And at this point we know that Hannah's a lot smarter than what she leads on, and that she's kind of doing this whole airhead, like dumb blonde act. And the girls are slowly starting to figure out how smart Hannah actually is. And I thought it was really interesting and kind of shady that she was not willing to cooperate with the pageant coach. Like if she wanted the money that bad, you think that she would be firing off answers for like the coach's questions, but she was still willing to play like an airhead. So that didn't really add up or make much sense to me. And then as far as Kate being on the sign-up list, they think that A did it. I think that Ashley did it because she just made it very clear she doesn't want Hannah finding her own way to get the money for the pageant. And she's gonna fix everything for Hannah herself. So I feel that her mom is the one that put Kate's name on there to get her discouraged about the pageant. And that kind of like makes sense because when she comes home all upset, her mom's just like acting shady, and her mom's like, well, I'm gonna go take a shower. So I think it was her mom that put Kate's name on there to discourage her. And then now the whole main point of why I wanted to make this video was Mona's death. So basically, I think that we all concluded that Mona faked her death and something went wrong, or she's still out there. And while it wasn't surprising to hear Mike's story, I just felt like, to me, it was a relief because I'm like, yes, they're finally confirming something. They're finally giving us an answer on something. Like, this is so nice. Why can't they do this more often? So basically, I have the theory that Mona faked her own death. Basically, the rule of the show is they're not really dead unless if we see a body, and we saw Mona's body, so that's where there's some controversy around it, and I have mixed feelings about it because they did show us her body. But in my head, I would like to think that she's still out there because I feel like Mona's too smart to like be killed off so easily by A and tricked by A. I like to think that she's still out there gathering clues and figuring things out. It would just really be surprising to me if A did manage to outsmart her like that and really did kill her. So basically Mike telling that story clears Allie's name, and the girls freak out like, oh my god, we turned against her for nothing, like we destroyed all the evidence to prove her innocence, how are we gonna get her out of jail? And it's just so funny how like they're so quick to like hop sides without like using their brains and thinking about anything. Which pretty much this entire show, they haven't been using much logic. And that's another reason why I'd like to think Mona isn't dead, because I think it's pretty clear that these four girls are not going to figure out who A is on their own. So basically, I still think that they need Mona like figuring it out for them. But anyways, I feel like it's part of A's plan to have them know that Allie didn't kill Mona, because it's just kind of like a mind F to them, and A is very good at trying to get them to like isolate from each other. So I think it was like a great way to get them to isolate themselves from Allie, because I feel like Allie maybe knew too much and A needed Allie to go away for a while, so that's why like the whole her getting framed for Mona's death worked out perfectly, and knowing that like the girls don't trust her. But now knowing that Allie didn't really kill Mona, I feel like it's also an advantage to A, because now that like I feel like they're all gonna be stupid and freak out and try to find ways to tamper with more evidence, and A is gonna have even more evidence against them. So I don't know, I just feel like A is still like controlling everyone as much as everyone doesn't like to think so, and that, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. And Yeah, one more thing that I have a question about is what the hell was in that barrel in the storage unit? We pretty much see like all the evidence, like all the clothes and everything in bags. We saw them play out by like putting blood all over them, so we know like that's gonna happen, but like they never told us what was in the barrel, and it's driving me crazy, and I just feel like it's gonna be one of those things where they just like pick it and then just drop it off and we're never gonna hear about it again. So anyways, if you watch this show, let me know what your theories and thoughts are in the comments down below. And if the series or season finale is actually good enough, I may make another video on this and put it on my vlog channel, because that's where most of these are. And if not, I might not make another video again, or unless if I get compelled because an episode was actually interesting enough. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye!